here downstairs again, a substation for the Invisible Wind Factory. This time I'm with Henry Saiz, who's playing the final set, I think, for the birthday tonight. So I understand you've got quite a good connection with 303 and Liverpool in general. Do you want to talk us a bit through your previous gigs and your association with the city?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so every time I play with them, for them, it was an amazing, really cool parties. The crowd is always like amazing, super open-minded, super into it. And yeah, I just love to play with them. They care about the sound, they care about what it matters. So yeah, it's really cool. This one it looks really good too.
Because do you play at Constellations at the outdoor party? Was it like a 10-12 hour set or something? Is that right?
Yeah, that was the last one. I think it was last July. And yeah, I ended up doing like 11 hours, something like that, and it felt like 3 hours.
How often do you get to play those longer sets? Is that like something you get regularly, or is it quite a special one-off for you?
It gets to be special, and I think the last time that I did that was in Stereo Montreal. That they are used to like longer sets, and it's a place that you can play like 24 hours, and it's totally fine. So yeah, you don't get to play as much as you want and with that freedom that often. So it's great to do it. I love to do it. Do
you enjoy then sort of like going through the full arsenal of the genres and sounds that you're into? Is that the main thing that kind of like excites you about it?
Yeah, totally. And the good thing about doing long sets in places that everyone is like very open-minded and they understand what you do is like you don't feel like the time is passing. It's just something, after 3-4 hours, it's just something you do, like you go with the flow and you can play like for 2 days and it's totally fine. So when you reach that point, it's like a good party,
Because one of the things I loved about your DJ sets last year was your Essential Mix, and that was only 2 hours long, but you really went through the sounds and you looked at it. It's not so much as a whole club as a home listening. How interesting is that for as someone who obviously makes his living from going out to clubs and playing things? How exciting as an artist is it for you to go through that sort of sonic spectrum of what is that you're into as a musician?
Mm-hmm. Well, when you get asked from BBC to do an essential mix, it's obvious that you have to deliver something with some standards of quality, and you have all that freedom to do something different, and that's what it is exciting about it. It's not like doing a podcast or doing something that you do every weekend in a club. So when I got the chance to do something for them, finally after all these years waiting for it, I thought I needed to do something like this special and not the classical club mix. So it was very, I remember that those 3-4 weeks of the making of the whole thing, like a very stressful part of my life, but at the same time I like what I came up with, and yeah, I wouldn't change anything. I think it was like the right thing to do at the moment, and it's good because it like showcases the essence of the album I'm doing for the last 2 years almost. So it's a good sonic guide for the album. So I think it's gonna make more sense when the album is out and people can listen to the mix and then listen to the album and see all the influences, where they come from and everything. So yeah.
So is the album that you've got, which understands late March, is that right?
It was, sorry?
The album's coming out in late March?
Yeah, exactly, late March. Mm-hmm.
So is that going to be, again, like a mixture of sounds and sort of, genres and stuff, or it's not going to be a straight up club?
Oh. No, I don't think there's one single song that is like DJ friendly at all. Like maybe the one in Africa has like a more like a kind of techno groove, but it's basically, it's impossible for me to define it in one word because every track has its own style, but at the same time all of them have some connection all together. So yeah, it's like, I could say it's like electronic pop music with a very progressive or experimental approach, but it's very hard to define. It's better for people just to listen to it. It has a lot of influences. That's why the essential mix is so complex and so diverse. Is because all the influence we have, we try to put that in the album and also in the mix.
Great stuff. Is there any plans to, obviously if it's not going to be so club focused, will you be doing any reinterpretations and remixes of the tracks that are designed for the dance floor?
Yeah, the thing is, we still love to play dance music and club music, so we wanted to do like a more club-oriented version of the album in order to play in clubs and do something more like DJ friendly and dance floor friendly. So we are doing like versions, like club versions of each of the tracks, and I think we're gonna release like a dance version of the album during the year. So everyone, for those that are not that familiar or not that into pop music, I say pop because I don't know what to say, because it's like pop, but like Radiohead is pop, but it doesn't mean that it's like Justin Bieber. It's like pop music, like the Beatles. I don't know. So for those who are more into techno, they're gonna have the club version of the album. So I think everybody wins, and it's like a bit for everyone.
Great stuff. Just finally then, is there anything else you want to talk about or that you've got upcoming that you want to let our viewers know?
Not much. I'm just super happy to be here. It's always amazing to play in Liverpool. The crowd, as I told you, is super open-minded, and that's something that I love. So I can't wait to start playing tonight.
Okay, we're looking forward to it. Thanks a lot, Henry. Cheers for your time.